All right, either it's my lunch break or I'm just the luckiest anchor at CBS Detroit right now because I got some great food in front of me. Attention foodies, Food Network's competition 24 and 24, Last Chef Standing is underway and two people from Michigan are taking on that challenge. One of those challengers is here with us in studio. So joining us right now is our assignment editor, Jeff Popovich, who also is a food blogger, and Chef Gabrielle Baldwin. Thank you for being here with us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
And congratulations on competing.
Thank you, thank you. It was a wild experience.
Yeah.
All right, so Chef, I understand, with this new food cooking show, how was the process done in terms of setting up this new show at 24 and 24? Can you kind of walk us through what goes into making this kind of a level of a show?
First of all, I can't imagine what kind of brain you have to come up with something as sick as this, but it's incredible, and it was a wild, wild experience. It was by far, this was actually my 6th time appearing on Food Network. And it was by far the largest set I'd ever been on. I'd never seen so many crew on set, and the energy was just electric. You felt like you were cliff jumping, and you were cliff jumping into the stratosphere and hoping to land in some water there.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's just enough pressure if you're in charge of a specific dish on a holiday like Thanksgiving or Christmas, but to be representing Michigan on a national stage like that, how does that feel for you?
It feels incredible. I think Michigan has a lot to say in the sense of food dialogue and what presence that we bring to the table culinarily. And I want to try to represent as best as possible.
Yeah, and I understand this dish we have in front of us is the dish you made in the first
Yes.
round.
Yep. So this is my first round triumph. It was speed, and it was a lot faster than it even looked on TV. And the amount of medic calls was hilarious. Like, chefs, we move fast, but to move fast under those circumstances is a whole other story. So I ran to my station. We saw in episode 1, and I chose lamb chops. I didn't know what the challenge was going to be, but I'm like, okay, no matter what, lamb chops, they're really versatile. They're delicious. I can make them into a bite or a feast. So I did this grilled lamb chops with an olive, red pepper tapenade, some toasted nuts for crunch and nuttiness, a really effervescent, bright citrus mint gremolata, and some balsamic reduction.
Oh, it smells fantastic.
Thank you.
For people who aren't familiar with the show, what exactly is the concept and how is the pressure so different than some of the other food competitions that we see?
The premise of the show is to they grabbed some really heavy hitters in the sense of culinary talent. So I think the premise is to really test all of the things that it takes to be a chef and get those behind the scenes, that feeling, right? You need speed, you need agility, you need adaptability. I mean, it is just, the intensity it's incredible, and I think this show really captures that well.
So Gabriella, for you and the other Michigan challenger on this show.
Yes, my good friend Chef Josie. By the way, we are friends, we are not foes.
Sure, sure.
So, how does it feel to be representing Michigan? I know we've done previous stories where we've discussed the growth of Michigan's food scene. So what is it like now for you to be a part of that image? Dude,
it's just, I feel honored. I'm an implant here. About 10 years ago, I moved here from New York, and I really quickly made it my home, and I just hope to, if I can do anything, it's represent our great state of Michigan with, fierce heat and high energy, and inspire somebody, right? I want to inspire anybody who's watching to leap and do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, because your comfort zone is where you go to, you just go to dissipate into nothing, right?
And see your potential there really realized.
Yeah.
How do you keep your composure on a show like that? Because it's one thing to be a skilled chef, but you've got all these cameras in your faces, the host and everything. I feel like I wouldn't be able to cut anything.
We do get nervous, and we all chop it up with each other, so that's a consensus across the board. So don't think we don't get nervous. But again, we're chefs. We thrive off of organized chaos, and the rush really gets us going. We all are really confident in our craft, especially on a show like this, right? So at the end of the day, you just got to go out there and remember, this is what I know how to do. This is what I love to do, and I'm just gonna give it my all.
All right, and so I understand, the show just premiered, so it's still going to be going on for a little bit. Without talking too much for what might be ahead, but for you personally, What else you got cooking behind the scenes?
Jeff, I always have something cooking, figuratively and literally. But I am continuing to grow my presence on Food Network. Hopefully that continues at a fast pace, and I'm just excited to see where my journey goes.
Yeah, I mean, just from meeting you, I love your personality, so I'm rooting for her to have her own show. Let's do that.
Yay,
Who do we need to
let's
talk
root
to
for
make that happen? But in the meantime, we'll be rooting for you watching the show.
you.
When can we catch it?
Sundays at 8 p.m. on Food Network, you can catch the crazy chaos called 24 and 24, Last Chef Standing.
All right, Chef Baldwin here with us, and our assignment editor, Jeff Popovich, with his food blog as well. He
Thank
knows
you.
good food, so
yeah.
great to have
Yes.
you in here. Again, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You're representing us in such a beautiful way.
Thank you so much. Cheers.